could all do our hair.
What's up, everybody? Happy Friday. We are an hour early. Thank you, everybody, for changing your schedule for me.
It's better for us. Well, for me. I can't speak
perfect.
for Mike.
Me too. Me too. My kids supposed to come home at 3.
Yes. Yep, that's exactly why we got to switch. So you're here with SUBTO Mastermind students talking about our businesses. Everybody's kind of on a different path that's
We are
converging and intermingling and all kinds of things. So that's what we're here to discuss.
Yes. I'm excited.
Carly,
yes.
we're
Myron.
excited for you.
I'm excited for you. I'm excited for us. Myron has been so kind to help me with my integrations. I had some ideas for the blaster, and he's helping me with it. And I have to leave soon because we might be closing our first deal in 1 hour.
What?
From the stuff. So I owe you a big thank you. So there might be some money coming your way.
Me?
Yes, you.
What happened?
What happened with what?
What deal are you talking about?
Well, we have a buyer. Daniel Touche is on my team, and he has a buyer who just sold a bunch of businesses and is like, I just want to buy cash. And Daniel's like, in Kansas, of all places. Yeah. And Daniel's like, why don't you do SUBTO? You can buy more. And he's like, can you get them for me? So we are focusing all of our efforts in Kansas right now.
Okay.
So if you know anybody in Kansas, I know not a lot of people are targeting Kansas.
No, I don't think anybody does, actually.
Which is amazing. I love it.
I was like, Daniel, are you sure that you're from Kansas? Because what's even there?
Is anybody from Kansas?
Oh.
Hi.
She to give me a kiss, but really to say hi to Carly.
Hi.
Carolyn.
What's in Kansas? And I said, Dorothy.
Dorothy is in Kansas.
We live on Dorothy Drive, by the way.
Do you really?
I mean, I don't know. Never mind.
That's public information. No, you don't.
We try so
What
many
number?
thousands of dollars to not have that out.
I mean, one of our properties is on Dorothy Drive.
You guys live in South Dakota also, right?
Yes.
Dorothy Drive in South Dakota.
Perfect.
Yes.
Yes.
Whatever. Hi.
Hi. I get to talk to you later. I'm so excited.
Yes. I just want to say hi. I got to go.
I miss you.
Oh, that Dawn's back there.
Oh, done.
Bring Dawn in.
I'm like, what's she doing?
Hi, guys.
Gang's
Hello.
all here.
We're here.
You guys look like siblings. I swear to God.
What?
Like
You look like what?
extended relative.
Those two?
Extended relations.
Oh,
All
yeah.
of you. All 4 of you.
All the blondies.
Yeah.
All the blondes.
Mine's fake. So.
Okay. Love you.
Love you. Bye.
Bye.
Hi, Dawn.
Hi. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good.
We were just
Busy.
talking about all the things we're doing. Dawn's got something big coming up.
Yeah. Yeah. We're doing the PACE Helps America program, and I'm helping with DISPO. So I get to put families into the houses that PACE buys, which is freaking amazing. So it's a lot of fun. It's also a lot of work. But it's it's a new territory where it's just straight up DISPO, and I'm enjoying it. There are frustrations, but that comes with anything new, right? But I had to go buy a big old whiteboard
Look
to
at you.
put on my wall. So,
No, here's what happened. Here's the story.
oh yeah,
Yes.
Hey, let's hear it.
It's not that great, but what happened is
it was very sweet.
it was a week ago. Dawn goes, hey, I really need a whiteboard. She's looking around her office and she's like, I really need a whiteboard. So while we're having a conversation, I go on Amazon and I ship her a whiteboard. Okay. It's supposed to get there Tuesday. All right. Dawn calls me Tuesday afternoon.
Monday. I called you
Monday
Monday
afternoon, leaving Home Depot. And I was like, what are you doing? What are you fixing? She goes, oh, I'm buying a whiteboard for myself. It's like, Dawn, can you wait one more day? One's coming. I didn't tell you one's coming.
I had already bought it. I was like spent 20 minutes trying to load it in my truck. I had no idea that he purchased this for me. Sure enough, it shows up later that afternoon. I'm like, oh my God. Well, that was sweet.
What I do is I send Dawn random things all the
Yeah.
I
time.
love it.
Yeah.
I've
And I
sent
send him
her-
crumble. So
Yeah, she sends me crumble, and I'll send her food or
You guys are the best partners.
whiteboards.
yeah.
She's fun to spoil.
I gave his wife some of my unused massages from Hand and Stone because I have to use them.
Ooh.
So anybody wants some massages, I can give some more away, by the way. They're already paid for. So
Why don't you want them?
I don't think you realize I have to use them within a 2-month period, and I can't get 30 massages in 2 months. Like
my
my
God.
body would be like it'd feel great, but I also would be in,
A
a lot
jelly.
of pain. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
We do trade massages for buyer referrals for Arizona lease
Mhm.
option deals. So
yeah.
Got it.
And anybody looking for a home in Surprise, Arizona, let me know.
you might get a
Surprise,
massage.
surprise.
Surprise, surprise.
You trying to dispo a house there for
Yes.
Pace Does America?
Yeah. Caleb, you need a house? I have one.
Yes.
Caleb,
Text me.
Reach out to Don freaking Walker.
I almost
DFW.
made that my Instagram name. I was like,
Why
this
don't
goes-
you?
I think it was taken.
Oh,
That's the
probably because Mike Jackson did it for your fan club Instagram.
I don't know what you're talking
Don't
about.
don't say that. Now
Don
people are gonna
Walker
look
has an
for it.
Instagram called the Don Walker Fan Club
that I did not create. Just
that
putting
she
that
created
out
for
there.
herself.
No, I did not. Carly, I'm gonna make one just for you now.
One.
Well, cool. I'm Myron. I heard that you are getting some money your way because you helped with the LOI blaster and getting
I
Carly.
think
a-
Carly-
Carly's
helped
making
it.
that up.
Yeah, I told Myron he's helping me build out this. I'm like, anything that I dispo, I'm giving you a percentage of.
Yeah, but I had nothing to do with this deal.
You had everything to do with it. I wouldn't be able to.
Okay.
Just
Are
say
you,
yes.
are you
We'll be
closing
fighting
it
if you
today?
don't spend money.
You're
if we don't-
closing it today?
No, well, I'm not closing. I'm gonna like get the contract signed today. Like not
Oh, cool.
escrow.
Is it
I used the
multifamily or
wrong- I'm-
single family?
Single family. It's a single family one.
Okay, so I had nothing to do with this. So I built something for Carly that's a multifamily deal finder thingy. So, anyways, I'm excited for this, Carly, because
too.
we can look for properties anywhere. And oh, by the way, I didn't tell you, I'm building out an API for agent info. So if you know how many download like PropStream or batch leads or whatever, and I'm building an API that we can connect to download agent info.
Oh my gosh.
So any agents, we're coming for you.
That will be huge.
Yeah. You just click a button and it downloads their phone number and email for you.
Oh my
So
god.
that should be ready. I think it should be ready this weekend.
You're Myron is so magic. His brain works nothing like mine, and I always have I have ideas, and I'm like, Myron, could this happen? And he's just like, I don't know what he does. You press buttons and things go. Magic happens. Is what Myron does. Whatever he does behind the scenes is magic. So
Yeah,
it's
it's really fun.
I'm glad
It's
that
really
you-
fun. Like Carly's like, oh, can we do this? And yeah, can we do that? I'm like, let's figure that out. Like, give me a couple days. But we've been sending a bunch of seller finance offers.
How's that going? I heard that you're kind of tweaking for seller finance. How's that going?
Yeah, honestly, it's like blue ocean. Like, you know how when you send SUBTO offers, the agents are like,
Yeah.
this is the 54th offer I've received. No, Mike doesn't have that problem, but
Just kidding.
because he works North Dakota, but
Kansas. I work Kansas.
Kansas, yeah, dang it.
No, you can't work Kansas. That's my market
Oh,
now.
got it. Nebraska.
Nebraska. Yeah. Like, oh, you want to buy this shed with a cornfield? Like, okay. But we sent in Maricopa County, I sent probably 400 LOIs.
Oh my gosh.
And nobody said, hey, this is like the 10th offer I've received or anything like that. They're like, what are the terms? What are the terms? I think I got like 50 leads off about 400 LOIs.
That's amazing.
So
That
Myron,
is
how do you
really
handle it
amazing.
at that point? Right? Because when someone
Yeah.
says terms, you're like 0% down, 0% interest. I'll take over the payments, right?
Yeah, we're talking to my underwriter. I'm like, let's just do something that has a decent ROI. So I don't want to offend everybody. Like, I don't want to like cook the list and make him hate us, but something like a decent down payment that is still in like the 8% range. That's really what we're pushing for, like 8% entry fee, and get it to cash flow. And the cool thing is, like, you're not stuck on 30 years. You can do 40 years, right?
Do they want to do 40 years?
We're still doing a lot of negotiating right now. So I will let you know, like by next week, I'll have a lot more information.
That's cool.
But yeah.
That's amazing. What are you going to do with these? Are you keeping them? Are you dispoing them?
I've done Houston and I've done Maricopa County. So our push is like, honestly, if I can find something in Mesa, like that one I sent you, Carly, I would live there. I'm like, let's go.
Did you guys move?
Yeah.
You move full time?
Maybe part-time. Hold on.
That house is super nice. I think my guy's interested in it. So
I'll be right back.
Myron's wheeling and dealing.
I know. He's just got so much going on.
I know. I don't know how he does it. So what else are you guys doing? Mike, what are you up to?
Adjusting to the kids back in school.
Is it glorious?
Celebrating. Keeping Dawn sane and all that good stuff.
Yeah, he does a good job of that.
Nothing a whiteboard can't fix or crumble.
This is true. This is very true.
Yeah, no, we're still doing same stuff. We still have our low equity team and got a couple deals under contract this week, and
nice.
So pushing things along.
Get it.
Yeah. So if anyone's looking for deals in North Carolina or Florida, let us know.
Where do you have any in Orlando?
It's so funny. I've not ever found a deal in Orlando. Not a single time. Looked, but no.
It's the happiest place on earth. Nobody wants to give up their house.
That's right.
I think
that's right.
So close to Disney World.
Mm-hmm.
They're not.
Is that what you want, Carly?
No, but I know somebody that does. I have a buyer.
Do they want Airbnbs?
Yeah, close to Disneyland or World or whatever. And then they also want one for them to live in outside of Orlando, like a big house. They have like 6 kids. So if you guys have anything that's bigger, like 3,000 square feet within an hour of Orlando, she can, she's a very credible, good buyer.
Okay. I'll keep that in mind.
You probably know her. She's got, I'll tell you later.
Okay. Got it.
So it's not me, but yeah.
Carly, I saw the launch of your website. It looks great.
Thank you.
What is your website, Carly?
Yeah, I want to know.
This is so barfy. I haven't said anything to anybody about it. It's like soft launching.
Deals on Wheels. Is it Deals on Wheels?
No, it's buildinganempire.io, and it's going to my wheel estate thing.
Yes.
My RV. Here. My kids obviously aren't back in school yet, you guys.
Here's my phone and go away.
They know. They've been trained. She's on Snapchat now.
Let's go.
It's building an empire. Can you guys?
Yeah, we'll do. We text me there.
Yes, I will. Can you take them? Thank you. Sorry, guys.
You're fine.
Sorry,
I love
guys.
the
I'm
real
counting
estate
down
thing.
the days until school starts. Come on.
Hey, Alex.
Come on, Blake. Let's go.
Mama's the best.
We're gonna go drop Romeo.
Oh my gosh. If anybody is watching it,
Dude, my
anybody needs birth control, rewind to this and keep watching it.
Carly, how many kids do you have? You have 2 kids?
I have 2.
Is
It
that the
sounds
goal?
like 8 though?
What? I'm done. If anyone's wondering. I'm stopping it.
It sounds like 8.
You guys, this is my summer. Just like trying to work from home. Everybody's like Disney Plus is like 6 movies deep. I'm on meetings all day. I'm just like, I love my kids, but it's hard to work from home.
We feel you.
School starts September 9th.
Dang.
Why so late? What's up with
One
that?
more week.
I don't know. We get out late too. So, yeah.
It's a West Coast thing.
It's a Washington thing.
Same in California.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Same thing.
Yeah.
A lot of places, at least in California.
Yeah.
So website's going well. It's
Yeah,
you're not proud of it yet?
No, well, right now, building an empire.io is just like my lead form. It's just like, if you want to get, what we're doing is I'm doing a school called Building an Empire. We're going to do that 5-day challenge to help. It just helps people learn like the basics of real estate. And then I'm also doing in September, I'm launching Wheel Estate, which is how I get RVs. So I get them and then renting them out, maximizing the rentals, like a whole little mini course on that. So I'm going to film it live for people in September, and then it'll just be a good course that people can go through and watch. So
I love that name so much.
do you?
Yes, I do.
ChatGPT helped me name it, and I threw it past Myron and Carolyn, and they were like, "That is so good." They were my
It is
sounding
so
board
good.
on that.
Yeah.
So, yeah, but yeah, so it's not going to teach creative finance. Like they'll still have to join SUBTO and stuff like that, but I'll teach them how to get it. And then we'll have TCs that will like TC a deal for them. So we won't give contract because they're all SUBTO stuff, but we'll help people get their rentals up and get them done. So, and if you guys know anybody, any TCs, vehicle TCs that are looking for a team, hit me up. I need some TCs on my team. So,
Carly, what do you have in mind? What does this look like for you? You say you need vehicle TCs. How many would you want to have on your team?
1 to start out with. And then because what I'm doing is I'm building a whole thing. Remember how I told you guys, I don't know if I told you guys I had to cancel those contracts because that we got from Blaster because they're just like 5% interest. They just weren't a good investor deal. And so I'm looking for homestead buyers. So right now, that's what that website is doing. It's looking for buyers. I'm looking for buyers to begin with, and then I'll start vetting the buyers. So I got a RMLO from SUBTO. I wanted to do it with Melissa, Mel Palmer, but she's like, this is a job for an RMLO. So what I'm doing is I'm finding the homestead buyer first, getting them vetted by an RMLO. And he's like, they look good. They don't have any late payments. And then I'm finding buyers for them. So I'm doing the same thing with RVs, and I need TCs to do it. So it'll be RVs and house dispo.
So this is a really good topic of conversation and very timely, right? So how are you finding homestead buyers?
Right now, I'm just talking about it. And if you go to buildingempire.io, it's like, find me a house without going to the banks. And so like they're getting on my list. And then I'm like, okay, you're on my list. Here's what you need. You need to get vetted at your own cost to get by this RMLO, and you have to have 10 to 20% down. So then what we'll do is we work backwards, and we can start blasting out at those 5% deals. So we just like we work backwards. We find the homestead buyers and we make sure they're educated on it. And then we will just dispo the deals. So
yeah. And are you targeting a specific area? Is that the Kansas stuff, or is that just
no, right
in your
now
market?
the Kansas stuff we have an investor for, so that's why we're targeting that. We have like basically the bigger areas where we are getting deals, like the Floridas, Texas. We have one guy, our first guy, he wants something in Minnesota, and he's like, he got vetted. He's like, here's all the real estate listings I want. I know the guy selling this. Can you just help me work the deal? And we're like, sure. So we're kind of working backwards. And then what we're saying is like, if you're an investor and you get vetted by us and you're like a legit investor, you can have our deals a week before we put them out to everyone else, or 48 hours before.
I like that.
And the idea is because I had that Colorado deal that I spent a month on, and then a lot of people said that they were going to be buyers, and I just trusted them, and then they ghosted me. And he ended up going, it took too long, so he ended up going on Facebook Marketplace, got a realtor that was going to buy it, and then just ended up cutting me out of the deal. And I was so upset with that because it was just one person that I thought I trusted, that I knew, that kind of strung me along, and I spent a lot of time on, so I was going to give it to them. But so that's where it kind of came from. I'm sick of, and I want to I want to still do creative deals, but I want to make sure they're vetted and I'm protected.
Yeah.
And then if they have poor credit, what this guy does, our MLO, is he's also can help them get their credit up. So if there's a balloon and they have to refinance later, they're not stuck. So. Hi,
Hey, Angie.
She's got too long
Hi there.
nails. She can't unmute.
I couldn't do it. My nails are too long. We just got into Montana.
Yay!
It looks like you're in some kind of cool cabin.
Yeah, it's so cool.
Wow.
Jesus H. It's like you're in a conference room of a hotel.
I know, it's really cool. There's a little lake that we could go in the boat on and fish.
Oh, where are you staying? What lake are you on?
I don't know what lake it is, but it's just a lake in this backyard. It's really cool.
Nice.
Yeah. So I think I overheard you talking, Carly, about that deal in Severance.
It was in Evans or Greeley.
Oh. Is that the same one that Joey had that buyer and then the buyer backed out?
Yeah,
Oh,
I know. And then he went, and I finally got a buyer, and then he's like, sorry, I just went and found a buyer on my own, and cut me out of the deal.
oh, who said that?
The seller, who's a gator.
What?
And I was like, you know what you're doing. This is not okay. I almost put a memorandum on it.
You should have put a memorandum on it.
I don't know. It took me so long to sell it, so I kind of felt like.
So
I know
it takes time. I'm on 3 months on one.
and that was it was like a month and a half in, and I lost like $1,200 on it.
Oh gosh.
Because I paid for my TC up front, which I should, and the title company was like, so many sub-2 deals fall through, so we need $300 down.
Oh my god.
To open title.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Seeing more of that, I guess,
Yeah.
coming about.
Yeah, we have to do the same thing with our TC.
Yeah. Which is fair. Yeah.
Don, was it you that told me this yesterday, that title companies were refusing creative deals?
Yeah, Armand had mentioned it too, that there are some title companies that aren't taking those files if they're sub-2s right now. And it has a lot to do with the paperwork, and has a lot to do with some people defaulting on their sub-2s. And so out of protection and caution for the title companies, they're just not taking those files.
Unless they're serviced.
Unless they're serviced, yeah. Yeah. That's a big distinction. But even then, there's someone that I talked to that's on a really prominent title company that's used quite a bit in Arizona, and they just won't take them regardless. So, got some knuckleheads out there not doing paperwork properly, not taking care of their investments, not vetting people the right way, not vetting buyers, and not having everything in place the way that it should be. Like putting the dollars over the deal, right? What they're making out of it. Guys, sometimes you're going to take a loss on these deals, and it's better to do that for everybody than it is to force a deal across the table.
Yep.
So make sure your paperwork's correct. And if you don't know what paperwork looks like, reach out to a TC or reach out to somebody else to put another set of eyes on it to make sure that you have everything the way that it needs to be done.
Even I, as a TC, I ask other TCs, hey, review this, check this if this is right, make sure, and then we double check each other's work because we're all human. Even if you have the licenses and the certifications and all that stuff, you're going to skip something. You've got kids in the background messing with you and stuff like that. You never know.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what else is everybody doing?
Angie, what are you doing up in Montana?
Community camp.
Nice.
What's on tap?
Yeah, what are you doing?
We got here a little early. We're gonna just this place is so amazing. I'm like, we're gonna go on the little boat, fish, for a couple days, and then it starts Monday and it ends Thursday. So,
wow.
And I'm not sure everything that's planned. I wasn't very prepared.
Yeah, go to Glacier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's so many different places that you can go there. Oh my goodness.
It's so pretty here.
Mm-hmm.
I know. You're gonna want to buy a
How
house.
come
You're
you're
gonna
not
be
coming, Carly?
For what?
For the community camp.
They didn't want me to come. They didn't need my help.
Oh.
So I guess they're taking a smaller team this year. I thought I was gonna go, but not.
Is this the Owners Club specific community camp?
Most of them are
I
Owners
don't
Club,
know.
unless you won something from Pace. They're all mostly Owners Club.
Carly,
And
I
then-
watched that video of you running up the stage at Squat Up the other day. I started laughing again.
Do you have a video of that?
Oh yeah, it's gonna go on your fan club page.
Oh my God, will you send it to me?
It was all 5, 4,
Four.
3.
I didn't know the countdown.
That was so
the
bad.
doors open, Carly runs through, and doves fly behind the whole thing.
Better watch out. Mike has a whole marketing scheme behind that for you. He'll
Oh
just
my
start sending
God.
you videos.
I love it. Send it to me. I want to see it.
You've seen it before. It's not technically a video of you, but it's pretty funny.
Oh, is it that? Oh, Barbie.
It's Barbie and Dawn on stage.
That's right. I need to go find that. That's a good one. Yeah. Community camp will be fun, you guys.
Oh yeah.
So, yeah.
Angie, how is Owners Club doing?
They're very busy. I'm busy. I'll tell you that.
Good.
Trying to build a workshop and, with the new title company coming, I want to get, because Colorado, they're not really doing, most title companies stop doing SUBTO.
Mm-hmm.
So same here in Colorado.
Isn't that interesting though? How everyone's worried about wholesaling regulations and things like that, but then people are also worried about certain transactions, and instead of doing a law around it, then title companies just decide not to, so they just make it impossible for these deals to get done, which is crazy. But thought that was interesting.
And I think it just has to do with them not knowing what to do. They're not familiar.
Putting
I
in
think it's that, but I think it's also people not knowing how to do these transactions. They think they know. They hear like a 2-minute explanation on it, but then they don't have the proper paperwork. Right? Or someone's just uneducated because maybe it's their first deal or first few deals. And they don't get a TC. They just do the paperwork the way that they think it should be done. And then it's all kinds of screwed up.
Yep.
I don't know if I'm allowed to say this, but the way Pace is handling it, well, Molly is like filtering to make sure that these deals are right because she's the only one that's doing the creative title and working those deals. It has to be done with an in-house TC from top tier TC, not just anyone. Like it's guided by Molly and the top crew that she hires for the intern program. So everything goes through her and then to title and then to make sure everything's done right. I think even if she releases it to all TCs right now, it's still too brand new and something could fall through the cracks. So it's good. It's being filtered right this time. I'm sure they don't want to open a title company that's going to have to shut down in a couple years anyway. So do it right from the beginning. And they are. I like it.
Right. And then it's just one process. It's not, you go to different title companies and they do something completely different. Like every title company is different, which is frustrating.
Yeah.
Did you guys see the article yesterday? I don't know where it was, but it was there were a group of 4 or 5 title companies in the DC area that were given illegal kickbacks to agents. And I think they were fined collectively $4 million or something like that. Maybe $3.5 million.
Oh my God.
Who ratted?
An
Man.
agent that didn't get a kickback, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, someone was a little bit disgruntled.
A little.
Oh my God.
$5 million a little.
4 different title company like brands.
I don't know exactly what it was. I read that there were 4 or 5 different companies. I don't know what the affiliation was, but they were all fined a total of around $4 million.
Each or
No,
total? Oh, okay.
Total. So, about $1 million a piece or so is kind of what I calculated in my head at the time.
Whoa.
So pretty crazy.
I'm just learning right now with that. I'm doing a deal in Arizona right now, and the title company is like, because it's a credit union, there's a higher chance of due on sale. So they may not do the deal because I didn't realize that title companies can get like a ding. I don't know who dings them on if they do a sub-2 deal and they get a due on sale call. Did you know that?
I didn't know that affected the title company.
I
Yeah,
didn't know.
I don't know who regulates title companies, right? I think whoever regulates them or
It's the Department of Regulatory Agencies. It's called DORA.
Yeah, I think it's the state that does it. It's not federal, right?
The state.
Yeah.
so they get dinged by the state.
I
Yeah,
don't know.
I think so. Because like you could file a complaint, and where you go to file the complaint is on the DORA website for a title company, an attorney, an agent, a hair stylist.
Been there a lot of times.
Yeah.
Is that like the grade? Where it says like A, B, C, D?
Oh, yeah.
It's like in college where I wouldn't need
Food
a place
grade?
above a C, just, couldn't afford it.
What's
Yeah, it's
Pace's,
probably
is it Bethany Willis? Is that her name?
I,
The person who helped him get started?
I think
Oh yeah, Bethany. Yeah, I think so.
I heard Bethany say, so she runs the title company, and she said, "I will not do FHA."
No, I thought it was Eileen. Eileen Brown.
Eileen Brown.
Oh, Eileen Brown.
Yeah. Eileen Brown. She said, "I will not do FHA or VA because they're government backed, and they can sue us for closing those government backed
interesting.
funds." Yeah.
She said she's never seen
See,
that.
Which
this
is
one
crazy.
isn't even a government loan.
I mean, how many conventional sub-2s have you seen compared to FHA and VA? Not many, right?
They come across, but it's way more VAs.
Totally.
Yeah.
VAs and FHA.
Totally. Just the really low down payment programs.
Yep.
Or no down payment programs.
Have you guys done VA and FHAs? Sub-2?
Yep.
Yeah.
People will do them.
I mean,
We still
it's-
perform them.
I've always done conventional.
We
Just come down here to
self-perform.
Texas. It's a free for all.
It's like
Just come
every
on down.
third house.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Jose, what are you working on?
I'm doing a wire right now for a property I'm buying from Sam.
I was going to say, did you get my instructions? Because I'll send them over to you real fast.
Yeah.
We send you my wire information too.
Yeah, of course.
What kind of house are you buying?
A flip. It was a good percentage off, and there was good spread. Really close to my house, only like 30 minutes away. And
This one you were talking about last time?
no, there's another one. Sam's things, Dispo girl, Sasha. She hit me up. We got a good relationship going, and she just texted me. She's like, "Hey, check this out." I actually took the pictures for her when they first got the lead, and I went to the homeowner to take pictures for them, and it was their deal. I'm like, I'm not, I'll just be boots on the ground for you. I'm like, I don't need a payment. Don't pay me. She's like, I want to pay. I'm like, I'm good. Don't worry about it. Just loop me back if anything happens. And she did. I was first tips.
Nice.
Oh, it's you. And what? For Go the Profit? I need it.
Nice.
But yeah, another one. So I got 2 this month going now.
That's exciting.
Amazing.
Wow.
Yeah, man. Ball's rolling now. I feel like most people after this 2-year in SUBTO mark, like the ball starts rolling differently, and I don't understand what happened. I still don't, but it just happened at the same time that everybody else's stuff tends to happen.
Isn't that funny?
How weird is that?
When did the ball start rolling for you guys? Mine's probably 2 years after SUBTO.
2 years.
2?
2 years.
Man, what is it with that mark?
That's
still
so
waiting.
interesting.
I think it's a confidence kind of metric and an experience metric. It takes that long for you to get confident in one thing.
And you've gotten a couple deals under your belt. I feel like you get way more confident to do a whole transaction after you've gotten a couple deals, like start to finish.
For
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
You learn a lot. You know what to expect also, right? And the things that you don't expect, you learn to expect, right? That something else is going to happen and you have to be prepared, even though you don't know what that's going to be.
Yeah.
But
Most of the time, yeah.
it's
Our very, very first SUBTO deal, some kids burned it down in Corpus Christi
We're still fighting.
a year and a half ago. That was our very first deal, and SUBTO. And now we're finally at the point where we're going to be possibly getting a settlement and getting paid out from the insurance company.
Wow.
whoa.
Finally, damn.
How long?
The house has just been sitting there almost 2 years.
Pretty good.
And I've been paying the mortgage on it every month.
No. Is it?
Yeah.
Are you getting enough back to recoup what you've?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, good. oh, yeah.
Andrew's trip to Montana was free, everybody.
I mean, your eye twitched a little bit there. Or should we be concerned, or is it like, oh man, she's ready to
Did
go
you
to
guys see
Vegas?
the mansion that she just rented for the week?
No joke.
She flew up there in her jet.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, my dad's out back.
We're going to see Angie on the news next week for insurance fraud.
You'll be all.
Hey, this is live. Relax.
Oh man, you want to know something really cool though about my first deal?
Yes.
2 years later, or I guess a year later, but 2 years after being in SUBTO. So Myron helped me with that, right? He sent the baby elephant to me to help us get this deal started, got it closed. There's an agent in DeSoto selling her own home. She sold it to us. Pace bought it. A year later, she was able to buy another home in Atlanta and got it mortgaged. So she was able to go and get a new home. So she's happy.
Amazing.
She's excited.
Oh.
And she keeps texting me like, hey, you need to teach me how to do that. I want to
Okay.
know what you did. So
Here is my SUBTO affiliate code.
Yeah.
right.
Bring me all your deals,
hmm
and we
And
will work together.
She's got her broker's license in Atlanta.
Oh,
Nice.
Yeah.
I need to
So
partner up. with that
she's a
woman.
feisty 70-year-old that acts like she's 50. I mean, good God.
I love it.
But I really do think it comes with confidence, experience, and then the people you surround yourself with in those 2 years.
Yes.
That is the game changer.
Yep.
Yes. For sure.
I also think that after a certain amount of time, in this case 2 years, people realize that it's not just okay, now I learned what sub 2 is, now I'm going to do all these deals. It actually requires work and commitment.
Oh, I'm
And
not
I
going to
think
get rich quick.
Nope, you're not going to get rich quick. Nope, might take a little bit of time. But I think that people get into something like this and they go, all right, guys, I'm going to watch the videos, and then all of a sudden my bank account's going to go up in balance. And just not that way. So I think it takes time to realize that.
That it does.
Look at Dawn. She didn't have it. She didn't know what she was doing at the Elephant Challenge leader, and she fumbled her way for her first deal. And now look at her. That was about 2 years.
And I didn't do it alone, right? Yeah. I had to have people to help. So that's one thing that I want to really get across, is that if you guys are trying to get your first deal or do something different and you don't feel like you're getting anywhere, you have got to have the right people around you. Ones that are going to call you out on your BS, ones that are going to pull you along, ones that are going to give you the advice that you need or the help that you need when you call. But it's a two-way street. You can't just expect that from everyone you talk to. You have to give something back in return, whether that's time, whether that's appreciation or gratitude, anything. But you have to make sure it's a two-way street.
Yep.
I was
Now
just
look at Dawn's deal board behind her. Look at all the deals she has going on.
Badass.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
I was just telling a newbie, what happens is like these newbies come in through like the Blaster or the Elephant Challenge, and then they want to JV with a seasoned or closer, and they do it. And then they join sub 2. This happens. I see this happen all the time, which is fine. And then they learn how to write contracts. They join sub 2. They have the contracts. They think they can do it on their own. And they're like, peace. And then they realize you can't do it alone. Like they come back.
Yeah.
I feel like so many newbies go through that.
It's like the rite of passage. It's like you get this little burst of independence. You're like, "Ooh, I got this. I'm good.
I don't need you anymore. I got the contracts."
Mm-hmm. Seen that a lot of times too, where people have that it's the same thing. I did that, and you kind of have to let them fall on their face a little bit when they have that kind of an attitude. Like, okay, you good? Let me dust you off. Let's do this together. And then go from there. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I think that's a really good point. Colin asked a good question. It says, what if you really don't have that just yet? And I think it's like the support system or the people that, you need around you. You have to go find them. You can't wait for them to text back. You can't wait for someone's response. You just have to keep talking with more people. You have to network heavily and not just, hey, I'm Colin. I'm in this area and I'm looking to do deals. No, make it intentional. Tell people what you need, what you have, and how you can help somebody else. Every time you talk to somebody, go to meetups.
Don't come empty-handed.
Don't come empty-handed at all. All of us had to build that, right? And for me, I think that was the fun part, but it was also the scary part, because you don't want to come empty-handed, even though at the beginning you have nothing really to offer except time. Nathan, tequila is always welcome, but you can keep the worm. Please.
I pressed yes once, by the way, and it came up 3 times. I'm not an alcoholic, I promise.
Yes, sure. yes.
Oh.
Colin, that's what I'm kind of doing with like the Building an Empire group, is helping those people find their footing and learning like the basics of getting it. And then like networking, getting your first deal. So network.
We go farther, faster together, right?
Yep.
Speaking
Andrew Murray's here. Andrew Murray at community camp dressed like for the community camp hoedown.
Oh yeah, he was
what did we call him, Jose? The commissioner.
Yeah, the commissioner.
He was like the Yellowstone commissioner guy that looked like he was a politician. So he's Commissioner Murray forever.
I didn't even know what he was running for, but I voted for him. Like
I voted for him too. He was one of the best dressed at the hoedown. He's like, LOL.
So I heard Justin Tumanowski was really dressed up too.
I'm trying to remember. Yeah, he had
Yeah.
spurs
And a gun.
Mhm.
and a
Oh, yeah.
gun. There was some good ones.
Oh, he didn't dress up
Livestock
like
commissioner. That's right.
he didn't dress up like Sasquatch. That's what I would have expected out of Justin Tumanowski.
That's a missed opportunity.
A missed
I-
opportunity for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was just with him this morning recording the podcast. The creative.
What one was it?
This morning.
No, what podcast was it? Yours?
The Get Creative podcast.
Oh,
Faces.
that one.
Yeah. With Taya.
Are you the host or are you the interviewee?
No, Justin was the host. Interviewee.
Oh, nice. You're
Yeah.
a good one. I've got to go listen to that.
It was a fun one. You've heard my story. Most people haven't though. It should be more loud.
Is it
public.
your
Yeah.
how you got started?
No, it was more so like a deal specific on the flip that I talked to you guys about that I was like helping someone else. It's basically how I got a wholesale fee creative to be on the back end as like an advisory, but still put myself on a second position lean.
Nice.
Oh,
I'll
Yeah.
definitely go listen to it.
Yeah, I'm going to go listen to it now.
me too.
Go to
We
the
call-
free group. It's probably live. They live stream it to the free group.
We coined the phrase whole flip.
Who?
Whole flip.
Whole flip is the coined phrase that we made up.
You need to go and trademark that. All the marketing.
You should.
Just like the wheel estate. You bought that domain, didn't you?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
What is that? I missed that one.
I'm doing a little course on how to get RVs creatively. So you're taking the idea of SUBTO
I love it.
and
It's so
putting it on vehicles and RVs, and it's wheel estate.
It's
Oh
so good.
yeah.
The logo I'm picturing in my head is like a
Fun.
house, but like in the form of a car with wheels underneath it.
Oh
Yeah.
my God, I should do it.
And lean the house forward with like
Yeah.
it moving fast. Yeah.
Put like streaks behind it.
Oh my
Yep.
gosh. Skid marks and like smoke.
Yeah. Yeah.
So good.
Yeah. Whole
Take this
flip.
and take this
Real
little
estate.
clip and send it to your designer for a logo.
Someone go buy real quick, Jose, before anyone else buys it, go buy wholeflip.com.
Yeah, go buy that domain. It's
Whole
12
flip.
bucks. It'll be all right.
Whole flip.
Hey, Myron, throw Colin's comment up there. I'm kind of curious what you guys think because we've all been there where we don't feel like we bring a lot of value to anybody
Oh,
because we don't know enough, right? But we want to learn. So I'm kind of curious, how did you guys provide value to others so that you guys could kind of piggyback and learn as you go?
Doing the elephant challenge and starting all those Zooms and just having everybody being able to reach out to us, you know, like being available on the Zooms, especially that we, you know, would do twice a week.
I always tell the newbie gators, if you feel like you don't have anything because you don't know, but you do, you can come with an attitude of gratitude, go find a deal and be like, I don't know if this is a deal or not, but hey, do you want to teach? Here's a deal. Don't come empty handed. Like, teach me, bring me your deals and teach me, find a deal. Be like, I don't know if this is a deal. Look at this. Have an attitude of gratitude. Maybe ask people. I always say, like, ask people what they have and what they need. Like, what do you need in your business? You know, like maybe I don't have a lot of time, and Colin, you might have a lot of time and be like, I need you to do this. And so find a group of
you have
people and
some
ask
money
them what
to-
they need.
Maybe you have money to be a private money lender or a
Yes.
private money partner.
I think time's a big thing, right?
Time's
a lot of us
huge.
don't have time. So if you can make a phone call, if you can go knock on a door, if you can go take pictures
Boots on
of
the
a
ground.
house, you know, what can you do to provide value to somebody? Colin, I don't know where you are, but I can imagine that you live in a place where there are other investors, right? And depending on what you want to do, what if you were to call up that investor and say, look, the next time that you need something done, you don't have time for it, I'm happy to go take pictures for you or deliver something or go pick something up for you. I just want to learn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're in Salt Lake. Great. Also, like, what do you do for your work? Sometimes, like, if you are, I don't know, an appraiser, maybe you build websites, maybe you do training on sales training or something. That's something what you're good at, whatever your zone of genius is what you're good at and what you have to offer. Maybe you're an accountant. I don't know. Like, whatever your knowledge is in. So
I like it.
good question.
Time is huge. Just
Time
knowledge.
is huge. Yeah.
Yeah, I really liked what you said, Carly, about don't come in empty-handed. And the first thing that everyone says is, yeah, but I want to bring you a deal, but I don't know what a deal is, right? Cool. Bring me an address. Bring me something tangible to work on or something to educate you on. Because if you start asking, well, what if this, and bring all of the hypotheticals, it's not going to make sense to you. But if you have something tangible that we can look at and dissect together, and I can provide education to you of, hey, this is why this is a deal, or this is why this isn't a deal. This is what type of exit strategy there could be. This is what type of buyer you would need, right? And it's just a really quick 5 minutes. And most of the time, I remember I would bring deals to people, and they'd dissect it in 2 seconds. And I'm like, I just spent 3 hours looking for this one house, and you already said no. That's like, it demolishes you because you feel like you're not making any traction. But in reality, you are. You have to go through those steps in order for you to start learning and piecing it all together. Every time you bring an opportunity to someone that's been in this business a while, that knows what they're doing, and you get feedback from them, that's a piece to your puzzle. And eventually you'll start getting all of the puzzle pieces and where it's going to click for you so that you can do the same thing. So you just have to keep pushing at it, chip away little by little. Bring the bad deals, learn from them. We're not judging you because you brought bad deals. It's more of, okay, we're educating. That's our job. We may be very short with you, but it's not because we don't appreciate the fact that you're trying to learn. It's that, cool, we just know what this is faster than you do right now. You'll get there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we see this a lot from people who are very, very busy. And I think that's a great point, Don, is the idea that we want to be able to help you. We don't have a lot of time, and we're going to give you our time when we have it, as much as we have it, but be okay with sometimes us being a little bit short. It's not that we don't value you in any way. You know, Pace says a lot. He goes, tell me the short story, right? And sometimes all we want to hear are the bullet points, right? Tell me where the house is, what the interest rate is, what the equity, those sorts of things. I couldn't care less about the type of dog that they have. You know what I mean?
Or what color the shutters are.
Yeah, exactly. Those things don't really matter to me. What I care about is this a deal or not? Yes or no? I'm going to give you my honest opinion. And what we want to do is provide you with enough value the same way that you're providing value to us. So I think the attitude that you go into it with is just as important as on the negative side as it is on the positive side, if we can possibly be, completely honest.
Hi, Andrew. What's everybody else working on? What do we got going on this weekend? I know what's happening in Dallas, but I'm going to let Myron tell you.
I want to hear what Mike's got going on.
This weekend or
just in general, bro? What's up?
Okay, good.
What's cooking?
Don't ask him about this weekend. He's a little salty this weekend.
Oof.
A little salty.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. So let's see what is going on. We still have our acquisition team, and I think what's frustrating me a lot right now is SUBTO deals that were so different a year ago to acquire. It's just a completely different market from what I'm seeing, and they're not moving as fast as you would want them to. But I think most importantly, as always, this is kind of the thing that's always stuck in my head is I'm so careful of who I sell our deals to. And I don't want to sell it just for the sake of selling and making some money. So I'm very, very, very careful about that. So that's a lot of my focus. What else, Don? What else is going on in our world?
Do you think that's building on the frustration that you can't dispo as quickly because you're filtering so well and you want to assign it right?
Totally. And
frustrating to do the right thing.
The process yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I think also with that, a year ago compared to now, deals are more expensive. It seems like no matter what you do, even if you negotiate down with the seller, down with the agent, it just seems like things are more expensive, and I can't really pinpoint why. I'm like, man, why does this seem like the entry fees have to be rated at 10%, which is what we always try to do. But it's like, I'm already at 10% with everything all in, and my assignment fee's not in there. But then you have a hard time negotiating with these agents if you're doing DTA. If you're doing DTS, it's a little bit better. But when you're doing DTA, unless you can find that agent, because they're desperate right now to make money themselves. So I think that plays into it as well, is that agents are also trying to make money, and they're not as negotiable on their fee all the time. So I think that plays a big part into some of our frustrations. On top of that, because we're past that 2-year mark or 2.5-year mark, 4-year mark for Mike, or it may just be we also have other interests that we're trying to launch into, but doing it scared, not floundering a little bit probably. And then he's been great helping me with the dispo stuff for Pace Helps America, just strategizing, game planning, and so it's been busy.
Yeah, what we're really looking to do there is figure out a solution that we can prove in one market and then expand. And that's a lot of work. I think it's a lot more than any of us had expected, but it's also really fruitful too. I think that what we're doing right now is building relationships that are going to be constant flows of opportunity. And we're going to be able to give housing to people who wouldn't normally have access to housing because of this effort. So it's kind of a feel good. It's filling up my feel good bucket, not my bank account right now. And that's got to be okay. So working on that. And college football, guys, right? Where are we at? Go Bruins? No, quiet.
Couldn't tell you.
You're on your own there.
Yeah.
Sorry, bro.
Man, I was such a sports guy a few years back, and I just cut it all. It's crazy.
Oh, Jose, I got a call from my budgeting department yesterday about that bill in Orlando at the bar.
What happened?
So to give you a backstory, I was hosting something in Orlando, and Jose came to meet me, and I probably had, I don't know, 10, 12, 15 people at some point at a table, and I was buying everything. I was buying drinks. I was buying food for everyone. That was part of my job. And then the bill comes, and I signed it. Jose, after I signed it, looks at it and goes, "Hey, Mike, gratuity was already included. What's this $200 gratuity you added?" I was like, "Oh, shoot." So got a call from budgeting department going, "Hey, always keep an eye on the mandated gratuity of parties of 6 or more." But I thought the bartenders did great, so they deserved it.
Underwriting even on my time off.
Underwriting bar tabs.
Hey, I got to jump off. I have another meeting right now, but I'll leave this thing going, okay?
Sounds good, man.
Thanks, y'all.
See you, Myron. Have a good weekend.
You too, buddy.
Good stuff, man.
Whatever.
Small problems. Small problems.
You couldn't see the bill.
Well, I had, how many double Casamigos did I have? A few. Half the bill was mine.
So just so you know, if Mike throws a meetup, you're going to have a real good time and free drinks.
All right.
We tried to throw an impromptu meetup in Orlando. Just didn't come together the way that we wanted it to.
Not quickly enough. Nope.
Not at all.
So,
Maybe if
Mike,
we
you have a
invite-
W-2, right?
Who's watching? Yes. Yeah, I do.
And what do you do?
We have a training company that trains HR professionals.
Oh.
And so we put on public programs in great places like Orlando and Las Vegas and Denver and Austin and that sort of thing. So I travel and I put on a show for a few days.
That's cool.
Yeah, it is cool. It also provides me a lot of time to work with you guys and have some fun and buy deals and that sort of thing.
It's even cooler.
Both can be done, guys. But that's the name of the game. Keep your job. Keep
Yes.
that active
Yes.
income, please, people.
Yes. Do not quit your job if you want to get. You don't need to quit your job.
No.
Don't do it. I had like
Okay.
4 people, I think, last week say, "Yeah, I'm going to jump into real estate and then make a plan on when I can quit my job." I'm like, "No, no."
I feel like Billy Madison when he shakes the fat kid's face and he's like, "Stay in school as long as you can.
Yeah.
Keep it."
My 11-year-old son just started school a couple weeks ago, and he did not want to go back to school. And he was dead serious, and he said, "Dad, can you just like homeschool me or something? Why do I have to go to school?" He's 11. I said, "First of all, no, I'm not going to homeschool you. No way in hell. Secondly, you're not going to be the only 11-year-old that does not go to school. So get your butt into school." And at the same time, I was looking back on my college experience, just pining for another 6 years in college. Yeah, 6 years. It was great.
Yeah.
Jose, how was community camp for you?
I enjoyed it. I got to get on a personal level with a couple of people that I've wanted to, and good conversations. And yeah, it was awesome. I love the hikes are nice, and the other adventures are good, but what comes with it and the conversations that come out of it are so much better. Yeah, fully enjoyed it.
I think I'm the only one who's not gone to Montana in this group.
No kidding.
I'm missing out.
Yeah. But you're going to be there, I think, in December, aren't you?
Phoenix.
Oh, you picked Phoenix?
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, you could find any excuse to go to Montana, man. I'm going to look for one. I know people that went to Montana and they're not a part of community camp. Just to go and hang out outside.
Oh my God.
Do you guys remember the golden ticket events where Pace was giving out golden tickets, then everyone just showed up?
Mm-hmm.
And then those stopped real fast.
Yeah. Yeah. They got big. Like really big.
Well, it's popular. Oh, I I got sworn off the phone today by an agent. Thought you might get a kick out of this, Don. Actually, 2 agents. Well, actually, one was a property manager, one was an agent. Called her up and I said, "Hey, I'm looking to connect with some local agents. We're buying these sub-2 deals. We're selling them on owner finance." Immediately, sub-2. I don't want to be involved in anything like that. Nothing like that. Bye. Take me off your list. It's like, I'm not even buying anything off you. I'm trying to find a way to get you paid on something else. And then this property manager, he's like, "Who you with?" I go, I have my own company. I'm not really with anyone. He goes, "What's your name?" I go, "Mike Jackson." He started cracking up, like genuinely cracking up, and then hung up on me. So that was my day.
Maybe you should just start going by your first and middle name.
My first and middle name?
Or
Michael
your middle
David?
name and your last name.
Problem is my brother's name is David, and my middle name is David, so I can't. I don't know. I could. I guess.
I'm saying with agent.
Just say you're David.
Yeah, just get upset with that guy.
Yeah,
You go Mike. Mike David.
Mike
that's
David.
a good one. Don't ever trust someone with 2 first names.
No.
No.
No. I was gonna ask something. Oh, taxes.
Gotta go.
Jose, do you know any good CPAs or anything like that? You can also text me this too, so you're not blasting them out there, but figured I'd ask.
You could call Mike Mikerson. No, I don't know. I don't know anybody.
I was gonna say, I was like, is that a real person?
I'll dig for you.
Do you do your own?
No.
Okay. Who does yours?
Personal.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah,
It's always the hardest trying to find a good CPA or a good tax preparer, and 2, finding someone that understands creative real estate, especially when it comes to deductions and appreciation, depreciation, all those things. And when you have multiple LLCs and how all of that works. So that's always fun.
Did you guys ever see Silicon Valley, the show on
Yeah.
HBO?
Yes.
Do you remember the attorney that they
Mhm.
hired who was just released from prison? And I guess technically he was not an attorney because he was disbarred, but he was in prison for something else. And it's the only guy that they can afford. And I was just thinking that hiring a CPA, it'd be great for you to get the best CPA ever, right? But you also want someone to be able to, what's the best way to say it? To use the tax code to our advantage. That's the best way to say it.
Yeah, learn how to bend the rules legally.
Yeah, you say bend, I say use it legally, just because this is going to be recorded. And I want like a like a back alley CPA. That's what I'm really looking for.
Don't do that, guys. Just
One
so
that's
you
been
know.
to prison and knows can fix their failures.
In case you didn't know, Mike is kidding.
Totally
and
kidding.
I'm not allowing him
joking.
to hire our CPA. It's not happening.
Totally joking. Totally joking. Guys, I gotta go pick up the kids from the bus. So I'm gonna go.
All
Have
good,
a
man.
great weekend, everybody.
You
You
too.
guys. Take
Bye,
it
Mike
easy.
David.
Go Bruins.
Hook 'em. Bye,
Whoever
guys.
that is. See ya. Take care, guys.